Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Tuesday, the first day of July, 2025, about 6:35 p.m. Central Time. Now remember, you have a holiday week, so Friday, you will not be seeing me Friday to do market wrap-ups like this. I'll be doing either Friday or Saturday. It's probably going to be Saturday. I'll do your weekend edition. I already know we're having a barbecue in the house, and that's going on. So pay attention to that, please, all of you. I also know I'm not going to be writing my morning update tomorrow. I'll put one out tonight that's very detailed. I just have an appointment out of the house that I couldn't get out of, and I've got to be there for an important event. All right, let's take a look at this. With the 4th coming up, and it'll be over 1, 2, 3, why not take advantage of 40% off, fireworks sale, if you will, all my courses in any one-year research plan. So when you go to our website, you can go to Ira's Research. Any of the one-year plans, they're yours. It starts off on the monthly. There's a button. Just move it to the right, like you've seen on so many sites, and the one-year plan is there. And on the courses, go look at them. You don't need a code. It is all programmed in until this ends, and it's right ahead of you. So take a look. Give you an idea. Your charting course, full course, which I charge $600 for, $359. All my research is included into it for 1 month, including the Spider ETF, Bollinger Outside Day courses, down 40% instead of $120. You're sitting here at $72. So I think you can take advantage and choose what you'd want, how you'd want it, and I think you'll find maybe I throw some good ideas your way. There's icons up here you can click, or just go to iraepstein.com, look under courses or research. Everything you need is right there, and when you check out, the discount will be applied. All right, let's take a look one more thing. We get the Mortgage Bankers Association numbers at 6. At 6:30, Challenger Group's going to come out with their June planned job cuts, and that's at 6:30. So we're already seeing the JOLTS report was a surprise. A lot more jobs available than the market thought. Does that mean a tight market? I don't know. One of the ratios you can look at is jobs offered to the unemployment number for people still looking for jobs, not those not looking for jobs. The ADP private sector jobs net change, well, that's going to come out at 7:15. So right in here, we're going to have a real lot to talk about. You'll get your API numbers at the end of the day. And today was an eventful day. The Senate ended up passing the Trump tax spending bill. I don't know what else you call it because they won't let it be called his big, wonderful bill and all that. A golden cross took place in the S&P 100 index. And for those of you that buy my subscription tonight, when you get it, I'll be discussing it in the futures market for you. So I think you'll want to see what I'm talking about and what that means. Market rotation took place. Tech was down, basically. You saw the mega caps down, and then we saw the regional banks up, the big banks up, and a lot of the stocks that made up the Russell, they took off. So what the market's starting to say is good things are happening. We're going to get a bill in some form for the reduction in spending to some degree. The increase that we'll get, which will decrease our taxes, we're going to see that taking place, and whatever else is the final bill. Trying to guess what the final bill is now, too difficult. Don't do that. Just understand what's going on with it, and the fact that it's probably going to pass adds a thruster to the stock market overall. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow. It's coming. Now the question is, when can they pass the bill, and what does it say? Whatever they pass, the president is going to sign, so you can count on that. All right. Let's take a look, if we could, at the chart action right now. You have the stocks basically higher at this point. The gold market is stable at $33.50. We were just talking, was it going to find a base closer to 32? Then the 32.50 area showed up with some key averages, and now you're $100 an ounce higher than that. Platinum is still a tiger by the tail. The dollar continues down. This is a new low on the move. So I think my analysis on the dollar was in the right area for you. When we look at the gold market, you can see how it's come back. And on a closing basis, if this were the end of the week, which it's not, you would be up 2.34%. That's a pretty good game. You can see how the market came down, and I didn't know if you were going to which one of these numbers. You can see how it spiked, and now this rally that finally got over that, to me, signals bye-bye Miss American Pie. This correction leg is over. It would take a huge bunch of moves in order for it to start a downtrend. That doesn't mean it can't, but it would take an awful lot of work. Where did the market stop the rally? Take a look. How often do you hear me say this 18-day average is material? When you buy my course, especially the full course, you're going to learn how to work with that, how it works in stocks, ETFs, the futures, it's all that. So that's where the market ran into the line in the sand. Where did it stop? Basically, the Bollinger Band. It got through there. What none of us knew until it's after the fact. Was it going to make a run under there to the next moving average, or was that going to be it? Hard to tell. But as it turned out on a daily chart, that was it. And momentum is now turning itself up. We do not have the bias up. The bias is down as the market's still under the 18-day average. There is no trend. You have a lower low and a higher high. Let me just show that. You see, there's no sequence here at all. The gold-silver ratio still overall favors silver until this is, actually this is wrong. This is the June gold. I've got to get rid of that. I'm going to update it in a little bit. I knew it didn't look like that today. I have it right on my other charts, not in this one. I missed it. I wanted to go right to the end of the market. In the silver market, we have here a higher high, lower low, caught in the sideways action. In the copper market, you keep this Gorilla Glue trade on. What a Gorilla Glue trade is a name I threw at it because of the strength of Gorilla Glue. I mean, it's one of the products you go to if you're trying to glue something together. When you hit a Bollinger Band day after day, it generally first causes a market to get overbought. From there, the question is, do you get both numbers? Does it create an embedded reading? Do both of these get over 80? They're not. It's just an overbought market that is in an uptrend, very difficult to throw new money at overbought markets. In the platinum, you had lost the bullish embedded reading. Prices normally make a run to the 18-day average before they go up and make whatever the high was when that happened. Does it have to? No. It's just a high probability that it will. It's also not something I'm saying to short. It's one thing to come out of longs maybe or not deploy new money on the long side. It's a very different thing to go short that. And here is your Gorilla Glue trade again in the dollar index. You've locked on. And this market is trying to get the embedded reading going. It's got a little more work to go. Could we still be going a lot lower? We could. I mean, I have what's called a price count down to the 88 to 90 level. That's a big move from here. It doesn't have to go there, but it's certainly the next objective according to price counts. You'd have to basically start destroying the downtrend pattern to get the dollar going up. It could happen. I don't see anything here to make it happen. I can see if you got over 97.12, you'd get rid of this thrust to the downside and more sideways action, or maybe even a slight rally. But a lot of resistance is going to be at 97.77 as I see it on the chart. So once again, take advantage of the 40% off sale. It's on right now. It will end right after the 4th. You want to, I think, take advantage of it here. Go to iraepstein.com, look under courses, look under research. It's all there. And this icon up here will take you there as well. I'm Ira. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you in the other videos tonight and first thing in the morning flash update.